Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today is another episode of Weekly NHL News, as today we have some big news stories from a Connor McDavid Upper Deck rookie patch being sold for a crap ton of money. Not just that, we're also going to be talking about hub cities, who went into the Hockey Hall of Fame for the class of 2020, and other stuff as well, and also the draft lottery. So it has been a very busy week, with alongside of the confirmation of when the Stanley Cup playoffs will be. So there is a lot to talk about. Now, the time that I'm recording this video, the draft lottery has not happened, so by the time the end of the video happens, it'll be another day, so I'll probably be wearing different clothes, just to let you guys know. But let's jump into the very first story of today. There was a Connor McDavid Upper Deck the Cup rookie patch that was sold for 113 grand on a Leland's spring auction sale. So that is absolute crazy how expensive that Connor McDavid card is. 113 grand. That's just nuts to me. Like, I seen that, I was like dumbfounded about how expensive that card is, and I'm like, I wish I had that fucking card, because that would just be an amazing card to have to your collection. Not just that, the type of investment you would get from having that hockey card would just be absolutely amazing. Now, we're also going to be talking about a lot of stuff that's going to be kind of around the coronavirus and stuff like that, with the hub cities that we're going to be seeing coming into the next season. Of course, Vegas has already been confirmed to be the Eastern Conference hub city for the 2020 playoffs. So all the Eastern Conference teams will be playing in Vegas. In the Western Conference, the two teams that have been fighting for it is the Vancouver Canucks and the Edmonton Oilers. I mean, there's a couple other cities. I mean, you're practically right now, I've seen this meme that people are calling this like the Bachelorette of the hockey, of hub cities, right? And it really does feel like that. Like, Jason Kenney not that long ago posted a stupid video, first of all. You guys have to go check it out on Twitter. I'll put the link in the description below. But he put up this video of how beautiful Alberta is, but not really about Edmonton, which is kind of a stupid fucking move, because Banff is nowhere near Edmonton. It's more near Calgary, if anything. And so, do you really think that when a team is in the playoffs, they're going to travel down to Banff and take a 3-hour drive or whatever it is to go to Banff? You're not going to be able to do that. You're going to be stuck in your hub city. You're going to be stuck in Edmonton. So, I don't know. It was a really stupid video by Jason Kenney. It wasn't a very good advertising move by him. But the Vancouver Canucks have been really the main team and the catalyst to be the hub city, which is very understandable. They held the Olympics. They have done lots of stuff. They have lower cases. I think Vancouver is a very smart idea to be the hub city for the Western Conference, and I think it's going to be a very smart move if the NHL, of course, does that. With that, the Canadian government also issued an order that NHL exempting NHL clubs from the 14 quarantine, calling it a cohort quarantine. So that means the players that do go back and forth don't have to go through a 14-day quarantine when they go do and play hockey. So this was all approved by the Canadians Public Health Agency. As well, the playoffs were confirmed not that long ago, as the playoffs will start the 30th of July. I am so excited for that. It's like Christmas Day. July 30th will be, as NHL hockey will be back. As well, the NHL and the NHLPA are making progress on a reported 6-year extension to the CBA and could have an agreement on July 1st. So tons of news for the NHL, just straight out from the new CBA to coronavirus to all that shit, just kind of connected into one big story. They're also extending expiring contracts as well to, I think, like November, December, is they're thinking about having the free agency, and same with the draft. They're thinking about pushing that back to around October, November as well. So that's very huge. And with the plan of starting up the NHL around December, it's definitely going to be a really weird kind of schedule. Will they play the full 82 games will be the real big question. And I'm happy that the NHL and the NHLPA are making progress on signing a big extension, so we don't have to worry about another lockout for about 6 years, hopefully. We'll have to mainly see, but Hopefully we don't have to worry anything about that. But let's get on to one of our last stories, as the Hockey Hall of Fame class of 2020 was confirmed 21 hours ago. I think less than that, or actually more than that. I think it's about a full day's worth now, 24 hours since they confirmed the class of 2020. And there has been a lot of people pissed off about this one. Daniel Alfredsson not being put in, McGillney, Therian Fleury, all those guys did not get put into the Hall of Fame, but the class of 2020 was Jarome Iginla, Marian Hossa, Kevin Lowe, Doug Wilson, Kim St. Pierre, and Ken Holland as a builder for the NHL, which well-deserved for Ken Holland. Jarome Iginla, I mean, well-deserved for this fucking guy, right? Art Ross in 2001-02, Maurice Rocket-Richard a couple times. This guy has really brought in a lot of success to Calgary. I mean, this man carried the Calgary Flames. He had more points than any Flames guy on the team during that decade that he was on the team. He carried the team. He made that team what it is today. And he was that big captain for the Flames, right? He was a big leader for them. It sucks that the Flames weren't able to do very much. And it sucks that Iginla wasn't able to win the cup, even though he should in 04. Should have been that goal that should have went in the back of the net. But it sucks that Iginla never won a cup. And another guy that got inducted into the Hall of Fame that never won. Oh, actually, everyone never won a cup was Alfredsson, but he didn't get inducted. I was thinking about Marian Hossa, but he won 3 Stanley Cups with the Chicago Blackhawks. This man was in 5 Stanley Cup appearances with the Pittsburgh Penguins, Detroit, and then the rest was Chicago. Such a huge player for the Chicago Blackhawks during their Stanley Cup victories, and such a great player. And I've been seeing a lot of people fighting over either Marian Hossa or Daniel Alfredsson, and both of the players are very good. Even both pretty good players. I mean, if you're talking about team success and bringing it, Daniel Alfredsson definitely did. I think Daniel Alfredsson definitely got snubbed with Kevin Lowe, and I'm a big fan of Kevin Lowe. I really am. I love Kevin Lowe and how big of a leader he was, and how many he won, like 6 Stanley Cups, and he was a very successful defenseman. Now, was he one of the best? No. And that's why a lot of people are probably either getting really pissed off about the fact that Daniel Alfredsson was put in. But I think the way that they were trying to go with it was 2 forwards and 2 defensemen, and then a woman, and then the builder, of course, right? So I think that's the way that they were kind of going for. And you'll probably see Daniel Alfredsson in the next year. Like, without a doubt, Daniel Alfredsson is a Hall of Fame player. He is a great player. He brought a lot of success to the Ottawa Senators, made the team what it is today. And to be honest with you, they wouldn't have been anything without Daniel Alfredsson and the players that they picked up over time. Alfredsson was a big captain for the team, and I think he was definitely snubbed of it. But you're definitely going to be seeing him in the Hall of Fame sooner or later, maybe even next year. But you just have to wait. It'll happen sooner or later for you Ottawa Senators fans. And last but not least, Doug Wilson. He won the James Norris and had a pretty successful career himself. In 1,000 games, he had 827 points, and now he's the GM of the San Jose Sharks. And then Kim St. Pierre, I think she was she a goalie? I can't remember what she was. It was either that she was a goalie or a fucking hockey player for the team. Yeah, she was a goalie, right? Yeah, she was a 3-time Olympic gold medalist, 5-time IIHF, and was just announced. Yes, I know that, but can you please tell me if she was a goddamn yeah, she was a goalie. Oh yeah, I remember Kim St. Pierre. I always see her in the when I got like the 2010 Olympic book or whatever, kind of telling the story about everything, and Kim St. Pierre was in there. But yeah, definitely well-deserved to everyone that got into the Hall of Fame this year. I know a lot of people were pissed off about Kevin Lowe and stuff like that, but there's really nothing you could do. But now let's get on to the next story on who won the draft lottery for this season. As to me, right now, I don't really know, so I'll jump ahead to tomorrow. All right, we're back here with the update, the new news update on the draft lottery, and not just that. Last night, it was also confirmed that the Vancouver Canucks will not be the hub city for the Western team. I mean, Vancouver, not the Canucks, but the Vancouver Canucks Arena, of course. Anyways, so Vancouver will not be hosting the hub city, as there's still 5 teams in contention. Vegas has already been probably confirmed for Eastern. You have Chicago, LA, but they're very unlikely, and then you have Toronto and Edmonton, I think, as well. So Edmonton and Toronto will most likely be the Western Conference hubs from what it looks like. Also, in the news of the lottery. It was an absolute bombshell of a lottery, and not just that, it's an absolutely insane one about who won the draft lottery. A mystery team. So the way that this is going to go, there will be a phase 2 draft between all the teams that got eliminated in the qualifying rounds. And what will happen is that every team will have a 12.5 chance at winning that number 1 overall pick. Guess who has a chance at that? The Edmonton Oilers. And a lot of other teams. A lot of Canadian teams. You have the Winnipeg Jets, Calgary Flames. Hopefully they don't fucking win it. Anyways, the Edmonton Oilers actually have a chance. Of course, if we do lose to the Chicago Blackhawks, we have a chance at that number 1 overall pick. Now, that pick actually jumped from the 12th overall all the way to the 1st, which is just absolutely crazy to think about how much of a drop or how much of a jump that pick was. Not just that, other surprises, the LA Kings jumped from 4th to 2nd. Ottawa kind of got cut. They got the 3rd and 5th pick. Detroit, they're picking 4th overall. And then you got the New Jersey Devils picking 7th and Buffalo picking 8th. So it was a pretty big draft lottery. A lot of good picks. Ottawa, I mean, I think they're so going to do good. There's a lot of good prospects out there that I think can help this team out. Sucks that they didn't get LaFleur or Quinton Byfield. But in the end of things, I think Ottawa's definitely going to benefit. Man, I gotta say, it's been a very tough fucking week for the Ottawa Senators fans. Daniel Alfredsson gets snubbed in the Hall of Fame, and then they lose the draft lottery. It's absolutely shitty for the Ottawa Senators, but it is what it is. But here is your weekly news update with your main man, Payton. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'm gonna have to quickly put it together, so I'm sorry if you guys don't really see any of this, any of the things popping up because of the fact that I'm leaving tomorrow, so I gotta edit this like real quick. Probably will be able to have time to do it, but who knows. But right now, guys, I'm gonna sign off here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios, amigos.